Take a deep breath, relax, and let this tale soothe your soul. Lobelia and Brave Fippy Dahlia. This story is about a brave girl named Lobelia and her loyal puppy, Dahlia, who embark on an enchanting journey in the forest, discovering a silver locket that symbolizes their unbreakable bond and the magic of true companionship. On the outskirts of a quaint village, where wildflowers painted the fields in brilliant hues, there lived a young girl named Lobelia. Her home was nestled at the edge of a dense forest, a place brimming with old tales and whispered secrets of ancient trees. Lobelia was an adventurous girl with a heart as vast as the summer sky. Her most cherished companion was a brave named Dahlia. Dahlia was not like any other puppy. Her golden fur glistened like sunlit wheat, and her eyes sparkled with an endless curiosity. Together, they were inseparable, exploring the vibrant meadows and deep woods. One brilliant spring morning, as the buds of tulips began to peek through the soil, Lobelia and Dahlia set off on one of their frequent escapades. They wandered deeper into the forest than they had ever ventured before. The forest was alive with the chatter of birds and the rustle of leaves, creating a symphony that filled their hearts with joy. As they walked, they came across an old, twisted oak tree. Its massive roots dug deep into the earth like ancient guardian hands. Near the trunk, hidden under a blanket of moss, was a small, gleaming object. Lobelia, her eyes wide with curiosity, brushed away the moss to reveal a beautiful, intricately carved wooden box. "What do you think it is, Dahlia?" Lobelia whispered. Dahlia barked excitedly, wagging her tail. The box felt warm to the touch, almost as if it held a secret all its own. With delicate fingers, Lobelia opened the box to find a small, silver locket nestled inside. The locket was unlike anything Lobelia had ever seen. It shimmered softly in the dappled sunlight, and inside it held a delicate engraving of a flower, a dahlia. Intrigued, Lobelia fastened the locket round her neck. At that moment, she felt a rush of warmth and a sense of belonging. As they continued their journey, the forest seemed even more alive. They found hidden paths and secret groves, and each step they took felt guided by an unseen hand. Dahlia, always close but led the way, her keen senses alert and her spirit undaunted. In late afternoon, they reached the clearing where wildflowers bloomed in a riot of colors, and the air was filled with their sweet fragrance. In the center stood an old stone fountain, its water sparkling like liquid diamonds. It was a place that seemed almost magical, untouched by time. Lobelia knelt by the fountain and took a drink of the refreshing water. Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed in her mind. "You have found the heart of the forest." Startled, she looked round, but there was no one in sight. The voice continued, "This locket you wear signifies the bond of friendship and bravery. As long as you and Dahlia journey together, the forest will always watch over you." Overwhelmed with wonder, Lobelia sat by the fountain, her loyal companion by her side. She realized that this adventure was not just about discovering hidden treasures, but about the unbreakable bond she shared with Dahlia. They had braved the unknown together, and their companionship had grown stronger. As the sun dipped below the horizon, and the first stars began to twinkle, Lobelia and Dahlia made their way back home. The forest, now familiar and welcoming, seemed to bid them a warm farewell. They returned to their cozy cottage, tired but filled with a newfound sense of wonder. That night, as Lobelia drifted off to sleep with the silver locket resting on her chest, she knew that the adventures she shared with Dahlia were just the beginning of a lifetime of companionship and loyalty. And so, in a world where stars whispered secrets and forests held ancient magic, Lobelia and brave Fippy Dahlia forged an unbreakable bond of friendship that would last forever. Let us drift softly into the next comforting tale. Crocus and Kawa, a tale of inspiration. This story is about a young girl named Crocus and a caterpillar named Kawa, who through friendship, perseverance, and belief in each other, achieve their dreams and inspire one another. Once upon a time in a beautiful valley, filled with countless flowers of every imaginable color, there lived a young girl named Crocus. She had a heart full of dreams and a mind overflowing with curiosity. Crocus loved the valley more than anything and spent her days exploring its myriad secrets, from the smallest deck-covered petals to the grandest, towering oaks. One bright morning, as she wandered through a vibrant sea of blossoms, Crocus's path crossed with a tiny caterpillar named Kawa. Kawa was unlike any caterpillar Crocus had seen. She had a stripe of golden yellow running down her back that shimmered in the sunlight. Crocus knelt down and extended her hand, and Kawa crawled onto it without hesitation, sensing no danger from the kind-hearted girl. "Hello, little one," Crocus said softly. "I'm Crocus." "What's your name?" "I am Kawa," the caterpillar replied, in a voice as delicate as the flutter of butterfly wings. "I'm on a journey to find my true self." Intrigued by Kawa's words, Crocus asked, "What do you mean by your true self?" "I dream of becoming something more than just a caterpillar," Kawa explained. "Every night, I imagine myself flying high above this valley, seeing the world from a different perspective. But right now, I can't even leave the ground." Crocus smiled warmly. "I believe in you, Kawa. I'll help you in any way I can." From that day on, Crocus and Kawa became inseparable friends. Crocus introduced Kawa to the wonders of the valley, and Kawa shared her dreams and aspirations with Crocus. They spent afternoons basking in the sun, watching the clouds drift by, and evenings stargazing, wondering what the future held. Weeks turned into months, and Kawa grew larger and stronger with each passing day. One evening, as the sky turned a deep shade of twilight blue, Kawa felt an irresistible urge to climb the tallest step in the valley. Crocus watched with bated breath as Kawa inched her way up the tree, determination shining in her eyes. At the top, Kawa spun herself into a delicate chrysalis. Crocus waited patiently, visiting her friend every day, whispering words of encouragement and singing soft lullabies. She believed with all her heart that Kawa would become the creature she longed to be. Then, one radiant morning as the first light of dawn kissed the valley, the chrysalis began to tremble. Crocus held her breath. The protective casing split open, and out emerged Kawa, not a caterpillar, but a magnificent butterfly, with wings as shimmering as the finest gold. Crocus's eyes filled with tears of joy as Kawa fluttered her wings for the first time. She flew around Crocus, a dance of pure exhilaration and freedom. "You did it!" Crocus cheered. "You became your true self." Kawa landed gently on Crocus's shoulder, her voice now stronger and full of gratitude. "Thank you, Crocus. Without your belief in me, I might never have found the courage to transform." And so, Kawa spent her days exploring the skies, always returning to the valley she loved. Crocus, inspired by her friend's transformation, pursued her own dreams with renewed vigor, knowing that with determination and a heart full of hope, anything was possible. Thus, the valley remained a place of endless wonders and everlasting friendships, where dreams took flight and hearts soared high. Let's drift further into the night with our next tale. The love story of Iris and Rose. This story is about a young woman named Iris and a mermaid named Rose, who discover an everlasting love that transcends the boundaries of their worlds, bringing unity and peace to their village. In a small coastal village, nestled between verdant hills and a glittering sea, there lived a young woman, Iris. She had raven black hair that flowed like a waterfall and eyes that mirrored the endless ocean waves. Iris spent her days walking along the shoreline, collecting shells and listening to the whispers of the wind. She was known for her kindness and a heart so big that it embraced the entire village. One starry night, under the glow of the full moon, Iris ventured to a hidden cove known only to her. As she walked barefoot on the cool sand, humming a soft tune, she heard a melodious voice rise from the depths of the sea. Iris looked towards the water and saw a figure emerging. It was Rose the mermaid, her long hair shimmering like spun gold, her tail adorned with scales of sapphire and emerald. Rose too was drawn to the shore by Iris' lonely songs. She had watched Iris from afar, enchanted by her every movement, her every word. On this mystical night their worlds collided, and an unspoken connection was forged. Rose, with her gentle nature and enchanting voice, sang of far-off lands and the mysteries of the deep. Iris, with her laughter and tales of the land, spoke of love, dreams and the stars above. From that night onwards, Iris and Rose met often. While the night blanketed the world in a cloak of dreams, they shared stories, laughter, and moments of pure joy. They discovered in each other an ally, a friend, and an unexpected love. Their hearts intertwined as naturally as the ocean mingles with the shore, as heroic as the tides kissed the sand, yet their bond grew stronger. The villagers spoke in whispers of the magical happenings at the hidden cove, but Iris and Rose paid them no mind. For them, every meeting was a treasure, every shared glance a promise. They knew that love transcended all boundaries, land and sea, human and mermaid, reality and fantasy. One blustery winter night, a fierce storm raged, threatening to pull the sea apart, and the village into chaos. Iris, her heart pounding, ran to the shore, calling out for Rose amidst the crashing waves and howling wind. Just when she feared the worst, Rose appeared, shimmering with the light of determination. With a powerful song, Rose calmed the storm, guiding the waves back into a gentle lull. From that day, the villagers never questioned the bond between Iris and Rose. They accepted the mermaid as one of their own, understanding that her love for Iris brought peace and magic to their simple lives. The hidden cove became their sanctuary, a place where love flourished under the stars. In time, Iris and Rose discovered a way to bridge their worlds permanently. With the blessing of an old sea witch, Rose was given the ability to walk on land, and Iris found she could breathe underwater. They built a home on the shore, where land met sea, embodying the unity they always felt in their hearts. And so, they lived their days in harmony, their love story becoming a legend whispered by the waves and sung by the wind. Iris and Rose, two souls from different realms, prove that love is the most powerful magic of all. Now, let's settle in for another heartwarming tale. Veronica and Fluff, A Starry Night. This story is about a girl named Veronica and her adventures with a friendly ghost named Fluff among the stars on a magical night. Under the velvet curtain of the night, in a small village named Bloom, lived a girl named Veronica. Her bright blue eyes sparkled with curiosity and wonder. Next night, she would look up at the stars, imagining endless tales and adventures among the twinkling lights. Veronica had a special secret. She could see and talk to Phlox, a gentle and friendly ghost. Phlox was not like any ghost from scary stories. He was as kind as spring rain, with the warm glow of a firefly and a whispery voice that brought comfort and calm. But one evening, as Veronica sat by her window, she felt the familiar chill that announced Floss's arrival. She smiled as the friendly ghost materialized beside her. "Hello, Flux, she greeted warmly. Good evening, Veronica, Flux replied, his voice soft like the rustling leaves. Are you ready for tonight's adventure? Veronica's eyes widened in excitement. What adventure are we going on tonight? She asked, eager to hear the plans. We are going to visit the stars, Flux said with a mischievous twinkle in his translucent eyes. Veronica's heart leapt with anticipation. Flux held out his ghostly hand, and Veronica reached out to grasp it. As their hands met, a gentle wind swirled round them, and they felt themselves lifting off the ground, carried by a shimmering pathway of stardust. They saw high above the village, through the cool night air, higher and higher until the stars surrounded them. Veronica could hardly believe her eyes. The stars were not just tiny points of light. They were magnificent orbs of brilliant colors, each one unique and alive. Flux guided her to a particularly radiant star. This is Astra, he said. She is one of the oldest and wisest stars in the sky. Astra shimmered and glowed brightly, and Veronica felt a wave of warmth and wisdom wash over her. It's so beautiful, she whispered. Astra has seen many things, Flux explained. She watches over the universe and remembers all the stories of the stars. Veronica and Flux spent the night visiting different stars, each one sharing its unique story. They laughed and learned as they flew from one star to another, creating new memories together. As dawn approached, Flux led Veronica back to her room. They floated gently down, landing softly next to her bed. Flux's glow began to fade as the first light of morning crept in. Thank you, Flux, Veronica said, her voice full of gratitude. Tonight was the best adventure ever. Good night, Veronica, the ghost replied. Until our next adventure. With that, Flux disappeared, and Veronica climbed into bed, still wrapped in the magic of their starry journey. She fell asleep, with a smile on her face, dreaming of stars and the endless possibilities they held. Infinitely and peacefully. Good night.